Good morning, everybody. This is Kathy L. Murphy. I'm reporting live from my little cabin in the woods, Murphy's Law. I've been having my coffee. You have a different mug every day. This one has a lion, which I love, that my cousin Cindy back in Eureka, Kansas gave to me. I have a couple of these mugs. But I drink my coffee, I get my email done, I do my writing, I work on so many things, but today I thought, since in this very trying time my art is not selling, you need to see my working studio. It's my home. Every aspect of my little cabin in the woods, Murphy's Law, is where I do and create my art. So I'm just going to walk you around, first of all, my living room. I'm going to turn the camera around. Here we go. This is my fireplace mantle. Of course, it's not fireplace. It's getting really hot here in Texas. So I change out my mantle. In fact, my whole home is pretty much a ever-changing art gallery, because everything that I create, as this recent painting I did here, This Girl is on Fire is the name of it, is my East Texas backwoods, but with my love of all things India. So I'm going to take you around. Of course, I have my standee of Shah Rukh Khan, who's my favorite film star, overlooking this whole process. But all the things that you're seeing in my home are my artwork, my paintings, except for this large one. I actually bought this home to put this 7 by 5 foot painting that my daughter Helena Amethyst Wilkerson made when she was in her first college years. She took a wonderful painting class, which I took later classes from her too. Alex Serio Hughes, a beginning painting class. And when I walked in and saw this, I burst into tears, because I thought, my God, I mean, the talent in a beginning class to create this, it's my inspiration. I look at it all the time, every day, as I drink my coffee, because this is what I face when I drink my coffee. And so all the things you're going to see here is just works that I've done, things that I've collected, gifts. This was a graduation gift from my friend Stephanie Chance. And you'll see lots of things in my home from Decorate Ornate that were given to me by Stephanie Chance, as these little items down here. I love all things India, and she's given me some wonderful vintage artworks that are done with silk and embroidery that are from India, tapestries. I just cannot thank her enough. For the past 10 years, my art has been featured in her gallery in Gladewater, Texas, called Decorate Ornate. But this is just my collection of artwork. Some of these things are not mine. They're vintage finds, estate stores finds, but the lamps are my own creations. They're alcohol ink mixed media lampshades. This is Lord Ganesha, one of my paintings. A tiger painting that I found because I'm in love with all the cats. A beautiful reproduction up here of a French artist. And then some of my sculptures that I did when I was in college for my BFA. I create little worlds. This is my little Indian world here. And of course, all my treasures. I love everything Taj Mahal, India, Italy. Actually, it's very, my house is very eclectic. This is my bar and all my art books and my books along the bar. I use it as an ever-changing array of my, recently did that lampshade, collections and art. My art that has been made into glassware plates of my creations. I do 3-dimensional mixed media pieces. This is my tribute to my love of Tarzan as a child. I was a big reader as a kid because of my teachers and librarians. And Tiger Treats is another one up here that I did that I just adore, of a tiger swimming to a woman who's pouring water. Another one of my big paintings that I adore, the tops. And these are umbrellas that I pick up on my travels. All of these came from Italy. And so I love vintage umbrellas and showing my travels, because everything in here has a story. In fact, this wall here is got a wonderful wedding kimono, and I have a lot of my Pan-Asian art. One of my pieces down below that I did recently, because I wanted to try drawing, and I usually paint, but this was done with alcohol inks, and it was started from a drawing, and it's mixed media. But my Chinese lamp, my beautiful kimonos, and I've had that lamp, let's see, for almost 25 years. That was created by a Texas artist. And then I have also collect art of one of my mentors, Judy Wilder Dalton. This is by Beth Honia up at the top, one of her paintings. Oh, actually, no, that's a Nancy Reyes piece. I've got Beth's in the other room. These are some of my India works. This is another work, watercolor, acrylic by Judy Wilder Dalton, and I've decided I'm going to rework on this little altar piece that I've had. I've decided I want to change it up and add a little bit more detail. That's what I do. I go back and forth on my pieces. If I see something that I did not like exactly how it came out, I go back and change it up. Everything is about change. I thrive on it. Here's one of my art glass pieces on a photograph I took at the Botanical Gardens in Dallas. And then I'm just going to walk into here. I had this painting finished, and I cannot tell you how excited I am about how I hand painted this frame to match the fabric, vintage Indian fabric that I used behind the painting. But I keep adding to this painting because it takes you to my imaginary portal world of going to places that I always imagine. So this is my dining table, work table. I've got it covered with a towel, but as you can see, it's messy. And I assure you that everything I have in my house is very clean. I work on it constantly. Here's where I just took that painting down, that blank spot. But these are some of my artworks that I've worked on recently. That was a self-portrait because I'm a captive audience here to use for when I celebrated Holi for the first time this year. And just all my paintings. These are my two cats. I've got to work on a third one this is Fig and Rush. And this was a wonderful piece I found embroidered piece at a resale shop. I really have another one of my recent art pieces that's three-dimensional. You really have to look up close to see what all is involved in the work that I do. But I work from the moment I get up, and I get up early. I get up really, really early because it's really important to me that the first thing in the morning is when I have my best time. So another painting given to me by Stephanie that came from Italy. I just adore this Madonna. And I have to show you a little side project. I hate white. There is something about white. So I've lived here 10 years, and I slowly just start getting rid of everything I can find white. And I decoupage my dishwasher. And guess what? I love it. I've got my favorite artists, and I've got my favorite author friends' books. Everything that I find dear, I put on here. And I think I'm going to do my refrigerator. I hate this white refrigerator. It's just atrocious to me, so I'm going to decoupage it. So stay tuned for that. But up above, you can see I utilize every single space in my home. My art, my friends' books, my collections. I make it my own. I even have found this chandelier that I keep my wine glasses handy here. But this all is an open area with all my sculptures. And I just washed all the windows, so proud, and then it rained every day for a week. So, it's what it is. As we go into my side porch that was enclosed some time ago, I made it into a library and a little room for my grandson when he comes to visit. Of course, the art is surrounding him on everything that I do. Whoops, Mom's picture's up above. It's a little crooked. But this has become my cat's room. They love to come in here and sleep with Tarzan, my cheetah, and my pet alligator. But books, toys, all my mementos through the years, the kids' mementos, Madeline collection, books, There I am reading at the Texas State Fair when my girls were little for International Paper sponsored me to come and read to children at the Texas State Fair. That was a big day. It was so much fun. And then all my collections of toys by Pat Conroy, Melissa Conroy, Wooberry dolls, Disney, Tarzan, my Jason Momoa. And this is my new Disney doll. This is my new, I love it. It's Indian Kin. I just think it's just fabulous. So anyway, Tarzan's looking through the windows, and then all my kimonos that I make from my art. This room is the favorite of everybody to go to read and lay down and be quiet and enjoy. And then we go into the master bath, and I just totally redid it. I just got this epiphany that everything had to change. So I built this. It's very heavy. It's all my broken jewelry and tiaras has been put into. I was going to have it a hanging mobile, but it was just too heavy. So it's actually bolted to the wall. And I'm going to back up so you can see. This is one of the features of why I bought this cabin, is because the light, it's floor to ceiling windows, and it really showcases all my art pieces. This is one of my chairs I've done, all my arrangements, my artwork, different pieces. This is one of my senior art pieces. And I go all the way up. I have things everywhere. I have a love of all kinds of different art. These are some of my Yupo paintings that I had in a different place, and I put them around my doors. Alcohol ink on Yupo paper. And favorite books. Somebody painted me in one of my large paintings. Everything that I have pretty much is for sale except for the things that people have given me. I did find this original vintage Wizard of Oz poster coming from Kansas, and I don't know if you'll ever see another one like this. It's the original poster in the pink dress. I cannot tell you how lucky I was to find it. And then I know our author River Jordan, and all the authors gave me one year this beautiful framed poster of the Wizard of Oz. It's signed by the Last Munchkin and has an original film reel from the Wizard of Oz. I have a kind of a homage to the Wizard of Oz, and just all my treasures. The wood arrangement in the middle was given to me by Carla Stewart, an author. I mean, I just have, here as we're going back to the buffet, the double sink. This was in my senior exhibition. This is a recent painting that I did. It's called On My Own, and it's a portal into another world with a magnificent rhinoceros. Another one I did when spring hit, I decided to do a sea picture and embellish with the little olives. And I just have paintings and artwork everywhere. In fact, here's an artwork by a friend of mine from school she gave me. I've got to go get it framed, of a darling blue jay, trying to keep it intact. And now we're going into my office. This is my entertainment room office. As you can see, I'm working on some art projects using fabrics and mixed media. This is all my art on the walls. My chandeliers I had installed from Vintage Finds and decorated. The heart is a gift from Stephanie Chance. This is all my artwork on the wall. Everything is put up to keep it safe until it goes to a gallery or exhibition or sells. And I have all my art supplies piled here because while I watch movies, I work in here. And this is some more of my pieces that I do. And you have to see them up close to just see how much detail work is put into all the gems and jewelry and collections that I put around these things. This is all my mementos from childhood and on. A hat from a recent trip to Mexico with my cousin on a cruise. More of my art. I do these lampshades. I refinish lampshades and make them art pieces. Here it's got a tiara on top. And these are gifts from people, the artists that send me things. This one says, "True indulgent is reading a good book while wearing nothing but a tiara." And they did kind of like an Andy Warhol thing with my image. Cracks me up. It was really great. My friend Elisa Fries, wonderful print. We did an exchange. And then my favorite movie by Shah Rukh Khan, Rabna de Jodi. I watched this movie. I bet you I've watched it dozens of times. It's my kind of go-to movie, like Man's Favorite Sport. More of my art on this art chair that I created. And I just have art everywhere. Here's a recent painting that was just in the gallery show over at the Marshall Gallery in Marshall, Texas. It's going to the University of Texas Robert R. Muntz Library, because I'm going to have some artwork exhibited there, going into the children's area on the main floor. Nancy Rhea, beautiful art piece that she gave me, one of my paintings, and then some of my other favorite Shah Rukh Khans. These are my costumes and scarves, my bird chair, more of my art. As you can see, I've just got art and mirrors. This was a tribute I did to Frida Kahlo after I took a art history course on her, and I just love it. And then more of my art. Old movie posters that I've picked up through the years, and of one of my favorites, The Kite Runner. I used to say this is me in old age, but I think this could possibly be me now. Only I think I would title it Grandmother. This is when we had our documentary for the Love of Books. And I'm going to carry on into my guest bedroom. This is one of my favorite pieces of all time because when I was a child, I was really, really sick once for like 2 weeks. And my mom got me a Bambi coloring book. And I colored every single page in that 2 weeks. And Bambi was a different color. And my favorite Bambi in the whole book was teals and burgundies. And I just always had a love of color. And so this is called Bambi's Coloring Book. And this is a wonderful book cover, book binding necklace made by an artist friend of mine that I just love. And then Connie Mae Fowler was one of my first authors that I discovered that went on to superstardom when Oprah Winfrey picked her book after I had found her and brought her to where I was working in a bookstore, and then she ended up having her write the screenplay for the movie. If you haven't seen the movie or read the book, but it's one of my most precious possessions because she wrote this wonderful thing to me. I talk to her every once in a while. She's magnificent. One of my beautiful finds at an estate sale is this beautiful silver necklace. I love this type of furniture, and I have this writing desk, and then I also have this buffet piece that I house all my Asian collections of dishes and memorabilia, and my Anime Fong Barbie. I love it. And this is my bedroom, guest bedroom, so if anybody ever comes and stays with me, this is where they stay. I have these beautiful clothes from Pakistan. I have this can be all curtained off. And this is my artwork above the bed. I sold a companion piece to this one to my friend Suzanne Kamada, and she lives in Japan. But I have art everywhere. And books. As you can see, this is my stack of books. This is what I'm reading now. What prompted me to do this video this morning, here's some more of my religious collection of, all the things I've purchased in Italy, and David Diaz, wonderful. He did this right in front of me. He's a children's illustrator. He did it right in front of me, and it's one of my treasures. But I just have all this art. But the reason why I was prompted to do this video is this huge, heavy painting that I had in the bathroom fell last night. So I had to find a new place until I get another back on it. And so I thought this would be a good place for it in my bedroom. And then it goes very well with this other. And this frame actually came from the 1800s. My father found it in a home that he was working on, and they were going to throw it away. So he gave me all these wonderful frames. This is another one of my favorite Indian multi-dimensional pieces, Raj. But I do watercolor, I do all mediums, but I love alcohol ink. And as you can see, this pillow is alcohol ink, the Mona Lisa is alcohol ink. I just have a lot of fun creating all this. Every chandelier, the mandolin was my great-great-great-grandfather's mandolin on my mother's side. And this is all my treasures. And last, this is the room nobody can believe. In fact, I just had friends over and we took pictures in the bathroom because this is my international bathroom. I have things from India. This is a Beth holding a piece up here. I love this portrait she does. I love her portraitures. And this is a recent portrait I just did, inspired by the girls from the International Club at the University of Texas. I went to their fashion show and dance, and I think she's pretty magnificent. This was a gift from a friend. I love this little ring box. But I had that painting hanging in here, and now I think I'm going to leave it this way. I'm probably leaving it there for now. This is Draupadi, who's from the Indian mythology television series Mahabharata. And I fell in love with her character. She was so strong. I just really was paying homage to her. But these are all my collections through the years, my paintings, my jewelry, my arts. I collect everything. And then what I know that I'm never going to wear again, I start incorporating into my art. And I have scarves, hats, you name it. I have things virtually everywhere. My African dolls. I picked this one up, this Gullah doll, when I was down in Beaufort. And more of my little paintings down here. Just have them all over. This is where I usually have my little altar. So I'm going to work on this new altar piece as I continue. But as we go on out, I'm just going to show you. My house is just a big circle. And I just have a lot of things. These are so cool. These are from the jewelry store in my hometown. They sold them years ago. And the owner's daughter sent me a box of things, all Eureka, and they're just so pretty. I had to put them up. And then my collection of Asian printed plates. My books. Here's that altarpiece that I'm going to have to redo. I just want to do more detail. So now I'm just going to show you the living room one more time. It's pretty neat. My two friends that came over from the University of Texas that are with the pharmacology department research team, they came over and they said, your house should be a museum. And I go, well, it kind of is. And if you're ever in the area, send me, come by for a visit. We'll have some coffee. But now I'm going to go outside and show you. I have really been working. Oh, there goes my cat. I've been really working on trying to keep the deck all spotlessly clean with the windows and everything. And it has rained a monsoon for a week now. So you can see we had more branches and leaves come down last night. My lemon tree, I'm really excited about. This is the first year I'm getting looks like little lemons are coming forward. But yeah, I'm going to have to get out here today when it dries up a bit and get rid of all this. But this is the East Texas Piney Woods. And I let it go wild. I did have 13 trees get hit by lightning, and so they all had to be cut down, and a lot of the logs are pushed out to the ravine. It was scary. The one right here below me, they were all falling towards my cabin. You can see that one had to be cut off because it fell down on the house. Looks like I have some limbs too, but it's beautiful here. I love it. And I'm going to walk out to the front of my cabin, Murphy's Law. Here's my FJ. I just detailed this. And now, look, I got a limb on top of my car. It's just living in the woods. It's okay. And it's just beautiful here. And this is my art studio. And if it ever stops raining, this was a carport when I moved here, and I converted it myself into a studio. It now has air conditioning, finally, and heating, and it's pretty rough. It's basic, but It's my art studio, and I've got to get it cleaned out. But right now, it's just been too wet. But I have a circle drive. Oh, look at all these limbs that came down last night. It's just absolutely amazing to me. And if you don't think, you know, I love living in the woods, but the thing you have to deal with all the time is fallen branches and leaves. And we had a storm come through last night, as you can see. But here's what happened when my cousin was here with her friend. One of them was staying in this room, and kaboom, part of a tree, I don't know if you can see it there, came down and fell. And luckily it didn't fall in the house this time, but there's one that broke off and fell on my house. But it's beautiful here. I don't care if, you know, branches fall. I wouldn't change this living. It's a gated community, and it's beautiful. But I have my art everywhere. Here's one of my art pieces that I've done, and left over from Halloween, parked on the side. But thank you for watching with me, Linda Southern. Thank you so much for watching what I'm doing. I'm going to be posting this up on my Kathy L. Murphy Big Book Love page, because I think in order to understand that I'm not sitting here in the woods, you know, reading and eating bonbons. I'm constantly working on all types of projects. In fact, one of them is going to be repainting this. This was the kids' baby bed that they kept their stuffed animals in. I got to repaint it this summer. I've got lots of things to do, lots of places that I want to go. But how's this for a view every morning with my coffee? It's pretty nice. I'm going to be quiet for just a second, and I want you to listen to what I hear every day. The deer come through here. If you look way in the background, you can see the ravine that runs through that's full of water right now. That is the most noise you're ever going to hear here. It's completely quiet. It's the perfect place for me as an author and an artist and a nature lover. So have a wonderful summer, you all. It's beautiful shirt sleeve weather outside today, so I imagine I'll get out here and work a little bit too. So thank you for joining me, and until next time, it's all about the story. Bye-bye.